In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on January 28, 2023 and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Iowa State versus Missouri. The Iowa State Cyclones will travel to the Mizzou Arena on Saturday afternoon in a non-conference matchup to take on the Missouri Tigers in the Southeastern Conference Big 12 Challenge. The Cyclones are 15-4 so far this season and are coming off an 80-76 home win over the Kansas State Wildcats on Tuesday. The Tigers are 15-5 up to this point and are coming off an 89-77 road win over the Ole Miss Rebels on Tuesday. This will be the only time these programs face off. The Cyclones are 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 Saturday games and 6-2 against the spread in their last 8 games overall. The Tigers are 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 Saturday games. The under is 16-7 in Cyclones' last 23 overall. The over is 7-1 in Tigers' last 8 home games. The favorite is 6-1 against the spread in the last 7 meetings. Iowa State is in much better form than Missouri right now. Even though the Cyclones are just 2-2 in their last 4 games, their losses came on the road to tough opponents. Iowa State has still won 7 of their last 9 games, and this team also already has 4 wins against ranked teams. Iowa State is 2-3 on the road, but their losses have come against tough competition, and the Cyclones lost their last 2 road games by a combined 4 points. The Missouri Tigers are in terrible form right now, and that includes losing their last 5 games by an average of 7 points while shooting 41.3% from the field. The Iowa State Cyclones have simply been the more impressive team this season, and they're playing the better ball overall. Iowa State is also covering numbers. Iowa State is the better team in stronger form right now, and the Cyclones have also played well on the road this year. So the Iowa State Cyclones to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both programs have been limiting the opposing shooting percentages as Missouri is 194th in the sport with a 44.4 opposing field goal percentage, while Iowa State is 46th in the nation with a 41 shooting percentage against. These teams are not going to shoot 46+% throughout this game as Iowa State is a great defensive team and will limit good looks. The under has hit in 5 of the previous 6 Cyclones road games as well as in 13 of the last 16 Tigers games against teams with a winning record. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Alabama versus Oklahoma. This game presents a little taste for the future before Oklahoma joins the Southeastern Conference. The Crimson Tide have been excellent this year as they have dominating the competition. They are riding high on a 9-game win streak. Oklahoma is moving the other way. They have lost 3 straight games. Alabama is 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 road games. The under is 5-1 in Alabama's last 7 games. The under is 4-1 in Oklahoma's last 5 games following a straight-up loss. The under is 4-1 in the Sooners' last 5 games following a straight-up loss of more than 20 points. Oklahoma needs to consistently score in order to stay in this game, which is likely going to be an issue for the Sooners despite being at home. The Sooners have failed to score more than 60 points in their last 3 games and have failed to score more than 62 points against any top 20 defense since early December. For reference, Alabama is the 4th most efficient defense per Ken Palm's adjusted efficiency metric and is currently the highest rated defensive unit on Oklahoma's schedule. Alabama also ranks in the top 10 in opposing shooting percentage on the road this season. The Sooners will likely try to slow this game down, but the Tide have a solid half-court defense that ranks 11th in points per possession and yields an opposing field goal percentage of just 36.6% according to Synergy. Furthermore, the Sooners struggle with turnovers and they rank 348th in potential points off second chance opportunities per Haslametrics. Outside of Grant Sherfield, the Sooners do not shoot many threes, so Alabama's interior defense could shine against the Groves brothers. Noah Clowney and Charles Bediako are 2 of the best defenders in the country with intimidating size and athleticism on the interior, and both rank in the top 25 in Evan Mia's DBPR out of all players that that have played at least 250 possessions. Offensively, Alabama is extremely potent and athletic. Brandon Miller leads the team in scoring with 19 points per game and will likely present matchup problems for the Sooners. Miller has a decent size advantage on Jalen Hill, who will most likely be guarding Miller in this game, and is a lethal shooter that can punish the Sooners if Coach Porter Moser decides to play zone. Alabama has a top 20 offense in terms of efficiency and has been able to win by margin against some of the top defenses in the country thus far. Furthermore, the Crimson Tide are especially good in transition, which was a problem for the Sooners defensively against TCU on Tuesday when they allowed the Horned Frogs to score over 1 point per possession in transition. The Tide are 6-1 against the spread on the road, so they have shown an ability to win by margin away from home. Expect a motivated Alabama squad after its near loss during the week, and for the Tide to overwhelm the Sooners with athleticism, quickness, and physicality on Saturday. So the Alabama Crimson Tide to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. For Oklahoma to compete on Saturday, they will need to score as many points as possible. They have the capabilities to score over 70 points, and Alabama can do that in their sleep. The over is the play on Saturday as the two teams score at a high clip. The over is 13-6-1 in the Crimson Tide's last 20 road games. The over is 6-2 in the Sooners' last 8 Saturday games. Cincinnati versus Houston. A marquee matchup between top teams in the American Athletic Conference will be nationally televised on Saturday when the Cincinnati Bearcats take on the conference-leading number 3 Houston Cougars. Cincinnati just lost a home game to Memphis 75-68, losing outright as a 3-point favorite. Houston just won on the road, beating UCF 82-71, covering as 9.5-point favorites. The teams met earlier this season with Houston winning on the road 72-59. As good as Houston is, this is way too many points to spot a hungry Cincinnati team in this spot. Houston recently did not cover a 23.5-point spread against USF or a 19-point spread against Temple. Cincinnati only lost by 15 or more once all season, way back in November against Ohio State. Cincinnati has won 8 of their last 11 and will be able to keep this game close enough to cover. Cincinnati has solid point guard play with DeJulius, athletic wings on the outside led by Noli II, and a solid big man in Lakim coming off a 22.10 rebound game. Also, Houston plays at an incredibly slow pace. Teams like this will have a difficult time running up the score because there are less possessions in the game. The Bearcats are playing desperate and will score enough to keep things close. So the Cincinnati Bearcats to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Cincinnati has been cashing on dares lately. They have gone under the total in 6 of their last 7 games. Now they must play the 3rd most efficient defense in the nation, and easy buckets will be hard to come by. Houston has great analytical stats, as we have mentioned earlier, but their tempo is ranked 342nd in the nation. This is not a bad thing. Houston plays slow and gets the possessions they want, while converting at a high level. To be the 7th most efficient offense in the country, you must be converting frequently, but they still have long possessions. They also play excellent defense, which leads to longer possessions by their opponents as they cannot find quick and easy shots. Cincinnati has been hitting on dares, and Houston slows the game down. A perfect recipe for a low-scoring affair. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.